One of the neat things about this inflatable is that it can get inflated because of that drop stitch technology. With only a few pounds of pressure, it gets to its capacity, but then you can increase the pounds per square inch a lot more. Like you can get up to like 14 pounds, which is a lot with this boat. And if it gets above that, you can't overinflate it because there are relief valves back here that will allow the air out. And if you've ever left something out in the sun, you know it can actually overinflate. This will prevent that. So it's never going to pop or blow up. And I've heard that inflatable kayaks sometimes can fail because of that. And they're even offering like a 1-year warranty on this boat. So if you're concerned about it not lasting, you're not going to have to worry about that at all.
Guys, we're here at iCast 2023 with the best kayak angler there is. This guy,
I don't know who he's talking about.
bro, he just drops a lure, he catches a fish.
Oh yeah. That's right. Everything's easy for me.
Super easy. But have you noticed that inflatable is taking over everything?
I'm very surprised to see the level of professionalism when it comes to inflatable kayaks. Yes.
Now I see that you guys have something cooking. What do you got here? What do you got here?
This is a wilderness boat, and you know me, I'm a Pelican guy. However, Pelican and wilderness are not together, so this is new to me. I've never seen a drop stitch boat, but this is a great example, maybe the best, of a drop stitch boat. It is very, very rigid. And I wish I had a picture to show you of how drop stitch works, because a lot of people don't understand. There are strings attaching the top and the bottom. A whole bunch of strings. You see the little dots here on the surface? Every one of those is a string. So when the two parts start to come apart as it inflates, it stops when the strings get taut. And that allows this to get pumped up to a much higher pressure, which makes it much more rigid. What does that mean? It means when you're on the water, this feels like a real rigid plastic kayak, not an inflatable. It's not going to bend or warp. And
it's not going to bend in two like this? Like
No. This is, extremely rigid. You see underneath here too, there's a hard skeg up front. This is going to increase the tracking and maneuverability of the boat. It's a very professionally done inflatable. Somebody that I talked to said they had this tied to a dock where there were oysters, and there was no damage to it because they're making it that tough nowadays, which is counterintuitive. You think an inflatable boat is going to be very susceptible to damage, but they're taking the idea of something you can deflate and put into a backpack, and they're executing it properly, finally. So I'm excited about it. I never really cared for inflatables, but I'm looking forward to getting my hands on this one. One of my own.
Is this a kayak? Is this a boat? What is this?
Inflatables typically are recreational, but now they're trying to turn it into a fishing boat. So yeah, this is a fishing kayak, pretty much. Inflatable fishing kayak. And you can see the seat on here, where you can sit up in two positions. You can sit on the top or stand up here if you're nimble enough. And you can sit at a lower position if you want to paddle it. It's got attachment points all over it. This comes with the boat, and you can add Scotty mounts or all kinds of accessories, rod holders, cup holders. It's just that easy. It comes with a bar on the front so that you could add whatever you want, like these mounts here. They make it easy to add equipment to your inflatable boat. There are D-rings attached up front with bungees. You can put a GoPro up front. This is all factory stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really neat. They make it easy to turn it into a fishing boat. And it weighs 50 pounds. How many of you guys have kayaks out there that are this big and they weigh 70, 80, 90 pounds? That can get old after a while. This is much easier to get to the water and on the water. And when you're done, you just wrap it up. You can bring it into your apartment or wherever small space you're in. Maybe you live on a boat and you need to, storage is a premium. This might be right up your alley.
Well, you like to travel a lot. You don't want to deal with a lot of stuff. So, Is this like 3 different chambers? Like what happened if
There's
you get
two chambers, one on the bottom and one on the side. There are other similar boats that have just like round pontoons, plastic tubes on the side that are not drop stitched. So when you press on it really hard, it'll bend and flex. This does not. The drop stitch is very, very durable, and it's again, I'm just learning about this every day. I'm learning something new about it, something impressive.
When is this one gonna be out?
I believe this is available now.
Now? Wow. Have you used it on the water?
No, I haven't tried it yet. It's brand new to me.
But you're gonna use it, right?
Of course.
And you're gonna catch a shark.
A shark?
Yeah. And let it bite it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting thing to try.
Yeah, I mean, if you survive.
Maybe I'll put a jet engine on it, see if it melts.
Oh, now we're talking. We're talking. Yeah.
No,
Oh my God! I just saw the video, the thumbnail. Make it happen.
Imagine how fast you can make it go because it's so lightweight.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta do that video.
I can put the gas tank up there.
Yeah.
No.
Make it pretty safe. No. But guys, if you wanna see some really cool video, subscribe to Zoffinger. Look, that's his channel right there. Just the last name, right?
Yep. Just Zoffinger.
Yeah. So just Google that name. I'm actually gonna link it, but like, if you don't wanna check the description.
I appreciate it. You know, I just like to have fun with my boats. I don't get too serious. My friend here is, I think, the same way. You know, we just go out there and try to have a goofy time, and you know, that's what it's all about. Pelican has been pretty good about that, about getting a lot of people on the water. This is going to help folks that don't have a lot of space to get on the water as well.
But I have a question for you. It hurts me when I drill into my kayak.
Oh, man,
like it's
fun.
I can't do it. I cannot bring myself to drill into kayaks, but
A kayak to me is like a piece of paper. What do you do with a piece of paper? You draw on it, you paint on it, you fold it into little things. You do something with it, right? A kayak is meant for DIY, for drilling holes and having fun and not being too serious. So, you know, you want to make rod holders out of PVC, you can do that. You do that to a fancy boat, that's sacrilegious. You're not supposed to do that. But with this, absolutely. It's I wouldn't drill a hole in an inflatable boat, but you know what I mean. You know, you can customize it.
I was about to say, do not drill into this.
No, that would probably be a bad idea. But you could probably add a piece of wood to the top of it and drill into that. You know, the limit is in your imagination.
Probably not about this video, but anyways, I'm gonna include it here.
Okay.
You've been using Pelican kayaks for like 10 years. I don't know, it's a long time.
Yeah, it has been.
I get a lot of, call it hate. People saying that it's low quality plastic, that it's gonna break, and I keep telling them no. It's actually very strong. Like, it's one of the strongest kayak plastic there is.
Yep.
And you're a serious guy, you don't lie. It said only on Wednesday, and today's Wednesday. That was a joke, guys.
That's a
That was
funny
a
thing.
joke. But you could speak, because you drilled the hell out of it.
Yeah.
You caught it, you done everything. Can you tell the people about the quality of Pelican plastic?
Pelican boats typically are made with a process called TST, or twin sheet thermoform. You take a flat sheet of plastic and you get it hot. You don't melt it, and it just sucks into a mold into the shape of the boat. You have a top and a bottom, and they're pressed together, and you have a seam along the outer edge of the boat. And at first, when this technology came out, people were afraid of a two-piece boat and saying that it could come apart, and that just does not happen. I've seen the numbers. They produce hundreds of thousands of units every single year, and there's one or two times where something does come apart, and it's because somebody at the factory manufactured it wrong. They let something get in between the two.
Air.
When there's styrofoam inside of it sometimes. If it gets pinched by the two halves, it could cause that delamination. It's so rare, and they catch practically all of them before they leave the factory because of their quality control. You have a better chance of getting struck by lightning, I think, than having a two-piece kayak come apart. The advantage to having two pieces is you have a long, thick weld along the length of the boat, which makes it stronger. And because they start with a fixed thickness, it doesn't have to be thick in spots like a rotomolded boat. It makes it lighter. So it's lighter and stiffer, and the plastic is not melted like in a rotomolded situation. So it has a better molecular strength. And I know this sounds like a sales pitch, but it is absolutely true. I've picked up rotomolded boats since, after getting used to thermoform boats. I realize how heavy they are, and they also flex more. So there are advantages to rotomolding. You can get better, more intricate shapes, but thermoforming is quicker, which makes it cheaper for you if you want to buy a kayak. That's better, right? And they make it lighter, right? That's better. There is nothing wrong with Pelican TST technology, and as far as I'm concerned, it's probably the best way to make kayaks right now, because they're going to make them light and cheap, and they are very, very durable. Yeah, I can attest to that because I've used some of my boats.
You drill more holes into them than, like, I don't know, like
I've melted them, I've
transformed it into something else.
Yeah, I've cut them to pieces. Sometimes I have to cut up a boat that's a prototype, and they tell me you can try it, but then you have to destroy it, which breaks my heart. But I have to cut them apart, so I realize how durable they really, really are.
Oh, about that, I took the same tank that you're talking about, and I torture tested it, and I get so many comments, you should have given it away. I go, it was a prototype, I had to destroy it.
Yep.
Sometimes they don't understand that. Like, and have you gotten pushback against that, like when you break things, or?
Very rarely. Some people like to make jokes or poke fun. I wouldn't know who would do that. Yeah, but no, most of the time people really understand what goes on. When you understand the manufacturer's side of things, things become more clear why it's done that way. You can't have inferior boat out in the marketplace. It's you don't want anybody getting hurt on it in case something were not dialed in correctly. Sometimes I think too, why don't they make these improvements? Like, why can't you just add this and this? And then you talk to the people that pay for this and that, and you realize that it makes it too expensive and it won't sell. And there's marketing. This industry, this show that we're all at right now is filled with people who understand what it takes to run a business. I understand what it takes to paddle. Sometimes I can actually manage to catch a fish. But there are people here that really understand business. A lot of them are here at this booth, and I trust their judgment. When they say to me, cut up a boat, I can't tell somebody who just gave me a free boat to play with, no, I'm going to keep it. And it's not because I'm conforming and doing what I'm told and that I'm a puppet. I'm just being appreciative to the people that help me play around and have fun. So that's the boring part of this whole iCast thing if you're not in the business.
There's always more to the story, and a lot get lost if you only watch a minute of the video. You're gonna get the wrong impression. So
a lot of folks that are watching this, perhaps you go out, you fish, and you just want to know what's the best kayak. But when you understand all the aspects of how they're made and how they're designed, the tremendous amount of effort that goes into it. If any of you guys have worked really hard for years on a project, to then have somebody criticize your work is really, really tough sometimes, but it keeps you honest. So I would say don't stop criticizing, don't stop giving your opinions. Aliex here or myself, or ever doing something dumb, I've learned a lot.
I do dumb things all the time, bro. But I mean, we appear dumb, I think. I don't know.
We're professionally dumb.
I think there's a nice way of saying things. And
course,
I don't know where this video is going, but I think we have gotten so much hate that we're already triggered. Like
No. I don't think so.
I guess I'm talking about myself here.
You don't deserve it, though.
I see something that starts negative and I get defensive.
Yeah.
Like automatically, I get defensive.
I'll say this: some of the people that have commented on my videos, when I opened up the rental place in Tampa, Florida, some of them showed up, and they admitted at one point, we're having a wonderful conversation, me and this person, and they're like, I was one of those guys that would say this and that on your videos, and I'm like, you're the guy that said it, and I'm thinking this guy must hate me when I see the comment. But then they show up in person, and that's
And
just
they're the nicest person ever.
Just the way they talk.
Yeah.
So most of the time, that's how it is. I have faith that most people are okay and decent people.
See, you're a decent human being.
Yeah.
Me, I'm just
You are.
I mean,
a cad. Such a best. No. No, actually, I rely on you for videos like this. You know, when you do coverage
to
of these
study
shows.
the competition.
Competition.
To study the competition.
To study, yeah. No, and I love the fact that you are not in one booth. You get to go around and give an honest opinion of everybody's stuff. We need folks like you.
Amen. But like, they think that everybody's paying me. I'm ready.
We're gonna work on that.
They should pay me. I'm ready to. I should be ready to buy the $1 million house in Texas.
You don't want that. Then you'll be just like all those other rich people. We want you to be down to earth and real.
True. Okay, I don't know if you watch any of this, but if you did, thank you. And
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
subscribe to Zoffinger right here. Yes.
Check out Pelican.
Yeah. Exactly.
If you don't know inflatables, look into them. Google drop stitch technology, and you'll be impressed.
Sounds like you should make a video.
I'm working on it.
There you go. Subscribe.